Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Shadow Stitch, and today we're going to be here for Week 8 of the UNPL Pokemon Draft League. This week we're going to be going a little bit off script. I have been pretty busy with work and holidays and stuff like that, so I hope you guys don't mind. But hey, if you end up liking this more casual but still kind of straight to the point team builder style, we might try it in the future. It is a little bit easier for me to make. But last week, we ended up taking on Misery Gear and the Naranja Hoppers, and we clutched out a 5-0 win thanks to our 4 water attacks Bastia Legion, putting us at 5-2 with a +10 differential, more or less locking ourselves for playoffs, which is fantastic. This week, however, though, we're up against Aperture and the McChesney Park Slowpokes, and while they may not be super hot this season with a 1-6 record, one thing that is pretty hot is that team. And yes, we got us a sun versus rain weather war. You'll love to see it. So, of course, he has the Torkoal, probably the best sun setter just because of good roll compression. He's got a few photosynthesis abusers in Walking Wake and Gray Tusk, a powerful fire type in Arcanine Hisui. Our Boliva can be really annoying with potential harvest sets, and even a Terra Captain in Victory Bell with fire, ground, and grass coverage for its typings, pretty much blocking off any of his checks, which is really, really cool. Of course, you got a few other Pokemon like the Mew. You pretty much can't prep for Mew. You just bring something that's faster than it and hit it as hard as you can and hope for the best. That's pretty much about it. Got a Klefki that can be really annoying, setting up screens, setting up hazards, doing a little bit of speed control with Thunder Wave, and just overall just being a really annoying Pokemon. Zoroark to be a nice, fast, tricky special attacker. Dusknoir to be a bulky ghost type and can Terra as well into a Ghost Fairy and Bug. And then a legitimate threat in Terra Ice-Q with Ice, Electric, and Fire. No joke, I'm actually a little bit afraid of this thing. So yeah, very cool team, and I'm definitely looking forward to this one. I've known Aperture for a little while, and we've played quite a few times, so I'm looking forward to seeing what we can do. But for now, let's see what we're going to be bringing to help combat this team. First up, of course, we have to kick off the Weather War with Politoed. Of course, bringing Drizzle so we can disrupt his sun. And while, spoiler alert, we're not really going to be taking advantage of the rain too much, just stopping his sun and his main strategy is kind of the name of the game here, which is nice. We got Surf and Ice Beam to help cover any switches and just to hit things pretty hard. Encore to stop any potential annoying setup and shenanigans, and then Protect not only gives us more leftovers recovery, but can help us stall out sun turns, which is cool. We're running on a full physically defensive set, so we can help try our best to take hits from Hisui and Arcanine, and even a potentially Ice-Q, and then just do our best to do some damage back, which is cool. So yeah, Politoed, not going to be the star of the show here as usual, but it's always great to have an option to disrupt your opponent's main win con, and you know, always nice to see Politoed showing up. Next up, though, we got something that needs to take some special hits, and we got Rillaboom stepping up to the job with Assault Vest, looking really solid here. Running a lot of attack with a little bit of HP and a little bit of speed, so we can try our best to outpace a few things. However, its main goal is kind of to help deal with the Klefki. We're running Brick Break, so we can get rid of screens, which is nice. High horsepower to hit it super effectively. And then Wood Hammer and Grassy Glide gives a strong stab coverage to hit the Walking Wake or Great Tusk, or potentially pick off things when they're low, which is always really good. So Rillaboom just here to take a few hits, do a ton of damage, support the team with a little bit of recovery in grassy terrain, and do its best as usual. So Rillaboom honestly been pretty decent this season. I've just been a little hard on it. Next up, though, we got Zapdos. You already know Zapdos is coming. This Mon is just too good, and it's actually fantastic in this matchup. We're running very offensive this week. A lot of speed, so we can outspeed like Hisui and Arcanine. We got a little bit of HP to help take hits from Great Tusk a little bit better, as this will be our primary switch into it. But then a ton of special attack with Thunderbolt, Hurricane, Heat Wave, and Roost as our moveset. So Thunderbolt obviously going to be good spammable stab. Hurricane in the rain is great and just hits the Great Tusk really hard as well. And even outside of rain, in the sun, we have Heat Wave, which will be boosted by the sun and help us deal with things like Arboliva, which is great. So Zapdos looking fantastic as usual. I think this is the first time we brought like a more dedicated special attacking Zapdos this season, so that's always nice and fun to see. Next up, though, we got Iron Treads. We got to give the Great Tusk incentive to spin, so we're running Stealth Rocks. And then we got High Horsepower, Heavy Slam, and Rapid Spin to fill out a more pretty standard moveset. And then a lot of attack, a lot of speed, and a little bit of special defense. And yes, that is a utility umbrella. You would be forgiven to not know what item that is, because it is not a very good item. But it does serve a kind of interesting niche here. Whether it's in rain or sun, we can take a Weather Ball from Victory Bell. The way that Utility Umbrella works, we can we ignore the effects of weather on our Pokemon. So while the Weather Ball will still be a fire or a water type move, it will not be boosted by that weather coming into our Iron Treads. And then he can just Terra into fire and kill us anyway, but there's not really much we can do about that. So, but yeah, Treads didn't really need a different item this week, and I thought it was kind of a fun idea to bring out the Utility Umbrella. It's just not something that you see very often, and hey, it gets a thumbnail for it, because why not? Next up, though, we got Florges. Very standard, very straightforward set this week. It's pretty much here just to stop the Walking Wake being able to spam Draco Meteors in the sun with like Choice Specs and Photosynthesis and just hit really freaking hard, even though we still don't take on water type moves super well. But that's what we got Rillaboom for. Moonblast obviously is good stab. Psychic lets us hit Victory Bell and the like, so it isn't like free setup or free switch in on us. And then Wish and Protect serve the same purpose as Protect on Politoed, and just in general keeping everything healthy. Really not a whole lot to talk about with Florges here. It's a very straightforward Pokemon this week, and it's going to do its job just fine, I'm sure. Bringing in the rear, as always, is of course going to be Darkrai. We can actually run modest max special attack and speed and still outspeed the Walking Wake, which is kind of insane. Black Glasses lets us bluff a choice item, and then really all we need is Dark Pulse and Ice Beam. Then we got Hypnosis to potentially put something to sleep and safely set up a nasty plot on it. And just in general, Darkrai looks fantastic here as usual, just to be a strong revenge killer as long as we can keep the speed under control. And hey, we can't even get Prankster Thunderwaved by Klefki because Dark typing is goated. There's a reason it is the best type in the game. Don't at me. So there's that. So yeah, that's the team that we got going on this week. So we're going to go ahead, swing into the locker room. But before we do that, if you could, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're trying to maybe push for 200 subs this by the end of this year. That'd be really cool. It would be really awesome. Like, I did just start this this channel back in June, so it's just still a relatively new channel. And I am super appreciative regardless of how many I end up at the end of this year, because I did not expect it to catch on at all. So enough about all that sappy stuff, though. Let's go ahead and hop into the locker room and see how the team is doing before the game. All right, so here we are in the locker room. I thought it would be a good idea for the crew just get a little bit, ready for the sun. So we took them out to here to the desert a little bit. And overall, not looking too bad. I'm feeling pretty good about this one. I think it's going to be a good matchup. I think we will perform pretty well. But of course, we do have one of our guys. He's not really a big fan of sun. But yeah, Politoed, what do you think? How you feeling about the sun? Are you ready just to get rid of it, or what are you thinking?
I'm gonna rain dance all over, and I am gonna sweep the team, maybe.
So you're not bringing Basculegion this week? and I know that he's been like one of your big friends in the rain. Are you still feeling pretty confident? You still feeling pretty good about that?
Yeah, I'm still feeling confident to do this.
You're gonna be good enough on your own, you think?
Yes, I am gonna be good enough on my own.
That's awesome. So, all right. So yeah, looking pretty good. Oh my God, they are all the way over there. Polito, go ahead, go play. So, so yeah, that's gonna be it for this run though. I hope you guys enjoy the battle. All right, so we got us a Torkoal, Klefki, Dusknoir, Arcanine, Victory Bell, and Arbalava. So, see, the thing is, the stupid Arcanine kind of just claims one every time it's in, and I hate that. I don't hate just leading Zapdos. Zapdos matches up pretty well against most of his things. So that's nice. And yeah, I just think that Zapdos is good. No Great Tusk is fantastic. No Walking Wake is fantastic. So that's cool. And hey, the Utility Umbrella might come in handy. Depends on the Victory Bell set. But the Utility Umbrella can come in handy, and that's cool. And I like that. Alright, let's get it. Let's see how this goes. Let's make it happen. Oh, jeez. Oh, come on, man. You gotta have something on that trainer card. Klefki. Klefki lead. Cool. Alright, so, we got Zappadappadappados, and this is a Klefki. And he's probably going to click Screens. We're going to click Heat Wave anyway. Spikes. It's fine. I got a spinner. I'll do a solid 50% to you. Oh, we're up. More than 50%. So, because of that, I want to go for a Thunderbolt. Reflect. Ooh, he sent up Reflect instead of Light Screen? That's interesting. Also don't mind the dogs in the background. So that's fine. So Klefki's down. Klefki's down. That's great. So Zapdos is really, really powerful. But it was mostly here for like Tusk and stuff like that. Torkoal comes out. Okay. Torkoal goes for Drought. We can always just go into Politoed and just be like, nope, enough of your nonsense. All of that. So Zapdos comes back. That's cool. Politoed, say no to the sun. We like the rain. So get Drizzle going. So he sets up rocks. That's fine. Again, we have a spinner. It's not the end of the world. Definitely go into the Arbalava. We could try to just get off a fire off an Ice Beam into it. I don't hate that. So I'm just going to do that. He stayed in. Okay, interesting. Oh, we get a freeze! That's huge. I mean, we have to take advantage of that, right? We have to try to take advantage of that. So I'm going to go to TREADS, and I'm going to try to get my rocks up and try to go for a spin. Or my spikes, my rocks. Oh, damn, the freeze. Like, what was he going for, though? Like, I'm very confused with that, so. I'm just gonna go for my rocks. Okay. Dude, freeze is such a bad status. It's so bad. I'm just gonna go for a spin, then. If he's gonna keep it in, like, I'm gonna go for a spin. Get rid of all this nonsense. Freeze is such a bad status. Okay, the rain stops, so we can just go back into Politoed. Just go right back into Politoed. So we got some value. And we just keep the rain up. No reason not to. Okay. He's been frozen that many turns in a row. I mean, he's staying in, so like I guess I just go for Surf. Okay. So we don't have to deal with Sun anymore. I don't know why he wouldn't just like keep it out, because I mean, like, he can always just like switch it back out. And we actually just stalled out the Reflect as well. So if anything, we actually want to stall out our own rain now. So Victory Bell comes out. Alright, 3 more turns of rain. We got 3 more turns of rain. He could try to set up manual Sun, which could be interesting, for sure. I kind of don't hate just going for a Protect, just to see what's going on. Stun Spore. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Leftovers. Okay. So once the rain goes away, we can completely wall this with Iron Treads now, which is just so cool. If he has Weather Ball, then he has Weather Ball. So yeah, Rillaboom can come in. Weather Ball, that's gonna do nothing. Alright, cool. And then I think I'd go for high horsepower, because he might. He's Terra Ground, Fire, and something else. So I'm just gonna go for high horsepower. Poison Jab. So he's physical, or he's mixed rather. Interesting. Also, he's faster than my Rillaboom, which is good to know. So now that the rain is gone, he's completely walled by my freaking Iron Treads. And I'm pretty sure that he's in range of dying to Heavy Slam, which is freaking hilarious. So the Utility Umbrella was useless as always. Jesus Christ, that did so much damage. Holy crap. So he's mixed. He was mixed. Interesting. Very interesting. So yeah, I just fire off a Heavy Slam. It should easily kill this. Bonk. Nice. Victory Bell goes down. Don't have to worry about that nonsense anymore. Dusknoir comes out. Okay. So Dusknoir is a Terra Captain. It was Ghost, Bug, and Fairy. Very interesting. So I think again I just go for a Heavy Slam. Treads has basically done his job. And Tricks gets to see my Utility Umbrella. Lagging Tail. Interesting. Okay. That's cool. That's actually really cool. Not gonna lie. Just gonna go for high horsepower then. So he's going for Trick Room then, because that's how I know that now. I could sack Rillaboom, try to get some more terrain, but like I don't really need to. I just go for another high horsepower Poltergeist. This might actually, and I dodged too. Wow, that's huge. Okay, Dusknoir goes down. I'm pretty sure that Treads would have lived that though. Our Boliva comes out. Okay. Alright, so I think it's like Strength Sap. Oh, I went for high horsepower instead of Heavy Slam. Oh well. Earth Power, I'm fine with that. Alright, so I can go into Zapdos. I don't think this thing can do anything to Zapdos. I could have also just gone into Politoed. But I kind of want to keep Politoed healthy for the thing, so I'm just gonna go for a Hurricane. Weather Ball, that's not gonna do any damage really. Nice. Does dodge the Hurricane. Okay. This is the last turn of Trick Room, so I'm just gonna go for a Roost. Goes for another Weather Ball. Just gonna go for a Roost. Keep myself healthy. Keep myself nice and healthy. And the Twisted Dimensions do return to normal, and I'm gonna go for a Hurricane. Does withdraw Arboliva. Okay. So Arcanine comes out. But I do have Politoed, so it's not Boots. Good to know. You hit the Hurricane. That did so much damage, and I confuse him too. Damn. All right, so I think we go into Politoed. That's what Politoed's for. Let's get this calc ready so we can see what kind of Arcanine this is. I'm kind of expecting like Choice Bandit or something. Head Smash. Jesus, yeah, I think that's Choice Bandit. Okay. No. Not Choice Bandit. No, that's just maybe Scarfed or something? Alright, it's definitely Rockhead, so we're just gonna go for a Protect. Try to hope for a better roll. Snapped out of Confusion. Hit Smash. I don't think it's Scarfed. Alright, actually, we go into Rillaboom, we sack off Rillaboom, then we go into Politoed, Protect again, and then we got Terrain plus other stuff. And then we should always live a hit. And then we should always have the pieces to beat the Arboliva in the back. So we are healing him, but I don't really care. Because we don't go into Politoed. We Protect again, just to get health. If he reads this, then great. We just sack something. Bulldog. He's not choiced. All we needed to know. All we needed to know. So now we should be able to live a Head Smash. We can just go for a Surf. If he switches into Arboliva now, then great. Easily chew that Head Smash. Then we just go for Surf. Then we can switch into Zapdos and just click Hurricane a couple times. Actually, might want to just... Okay, perfect. Rain stops. That's exactly what I wanted. 2 Hurricanes should just knock this thing out, if not 1. So, there's that. Easy peasy. Alright, Zapdos. Do the Zapdos thing. Zapdos, do the Zapdos thing. Alright. Energy Ball. That is gonna hurt. No, it actually didn't hurt as bad as I thought it would. Okay. So yeah, Hurricane should just drop him here. Should be pretty easy. And I actually connect it. Nice. Yes. Alright. Easy peasy. Let's go. Nice. Alright, so, unfortunately, a lot of hacks in there. Not gonna deny the freeze was pretty big, but I don't know. I definitely think that he should have at least saved his Torkoal. I don't know what he was doing, but yeah, it is what it is, right? But yeah. So anyway, that's gonna be it for me today, though. Y'all, thank y'all so much for stopping by and watching. Go check out all the rest of the coaches in the UNPL linked down below and stuff like that. And we are killing it in this league. We got 1 more week after this, and I think we're clinched for playoffs. I don't know. Don't quote me on it. But we have been killing it so far. But, yeah. like, comment, sub, all that fun stuff. Sub if you haven't. Trying to maybe get 200 by the end of the year. That'd be really cool. But we have already hit our goal, so I'm happy. And I love you all. Deuces.